You dead.
I can respect it though. Like, I can respect the heavy mains for sure. It's a rough life, but you know, if they make the plays, it's even hyper. You know, it's even more hype than them getting
like,
the wins and stuff.
It feels so good when you land those couple of hits with a super heavy. Like, think about like Bowser forward smash read. Like,
beautiful. Chef's kiss on that one for sure.
That'll make you feel good for the next couple of months.
And that's all that it takes, man. Like that's the goal that you're working towards. All right. But moving on in the bracket, we're gonna have Lakila versus Geeni, who are both PR'd. Well, Lakila is honorable mention actually, I think. Yeah. So the first honorable mention we saw was Lakila there on the PR, and Geeni also PR'd, of course, here. I think 8th place here for Geeni. Yeah. So it is going to be Steve most likely versus Snake most likely.
Yeah. Geeni always like says that I'm gonna play Sonic, but he never does. You never play Sonic.
Oh no, he's looking at us.
No, that's what he does. He'll try to bait like, oh, I'm gonna play Sonic, but then it's like, nah.
Well, definitely like his Snake is like his bread and butter for sure, and he's gotten most of his wins with that. He's recently tried to adopt the Sonic, especially for the Joker matchup, which might come in handy if he manages to take the win, because he has to play against Fire for next round, if he manages to do so. So there might be some Geeni Sonic here, who knows, we might get there.
Maybe we'll finally see it.
Oh my goodness,
he does have the Belmonts. I am a bit confused though. You'd think that...
kind of sounds like an awful matchup, doesn't it?
Yeah, like Steve sounds way better than this, unless this is... Okay, it's a button check.
Alright, well...
Or did they just want to show that?
I don't even know what I should say to this.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was just like they wanted to show a nice meme, like, oh, you can just duck under it.
They did talk to each other beforehand, so, you know, and they're both from Finland as well, so they know each other for sure, so there might be some shenanigans afoot.
Very much indeed, but... This is...
Now they're getting into it now, though. Have been for quite a few seconds now as well. And there's a little bit of a counterplay there. Of course, both players know the item play by heart with their characters that they play. So both these players can handle, you know, grenades, the holy water, and all the other projectiles floating on and about here in this particular matchup.
Yeah, this is going to be a very explosive match with, like, literal explosives and everything.
Oh, yes. Explosives, flames, guns, crosses, axes.
I kind of love. Oh, that's a nice. Yeah, and some boots.
Boots, yeah.
I kind of love it. Like, you have all of these like proper weapons and everything, and then you have like a guy throwing water, holy water, holy water.
Well, to be fair, that water is burning.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, this is going to be like a random tangent, but apparently the only reason why it burns is because the castle is Dracula itself, so it's burning Dracula. So why is this place getting burned? Is this like an unholy place?
That's probably some revelation about the Kingdom Hearts series right here. We'll get to the nitty-gritty of that in the future, maybe. Don't count me on that because I don't know any Kingdom Hearts lore whatsoever. But
nobody does.
You know, right now, kind of even actually. Geeni losing his stock as well after taking the first one against Lakila, I think, off stage, as you do, especially as Snake here against the Belmonts. It's really going to be if Lakila can land those tethers or not, and if Geeni can interrupt them, because if you interrupt Belmonts once, they die.
Goodbye. Yeah, but this is going to be like, it's interesting because if we cast aside like the main thing, which is the projectile warfare here, Snake actually wants to be pretty close. The best moves are right there, up tilts, just very close. But Lakila would want to play like the medium distance range with that whip, so if he can get the game plan going and work there, it can be actually kind of annoying for Geeni, because we're not at max long range.
Oh no. Did that just explode on timer? It might have. Like, I don't think I saw the animation for Geeni to activate that on purpose.
Happened.
That would be so unfortunate for Lakila if that were the case, but you know, instead it's also unfortunate for him that he's kind of stuck at that, but he's made his way out with the nice down to just sliding across the whole stage.
Oh no, please don't do that!
Goodness. That was a little bit of a scary moment for sure there. That forward smash is scary AF, but especially that it has like very quick to release. It takes a lot of time to set up, but if you have it set up, it's so scary because you can release it. I think it has like 3 frames of release time.
Yeah, and it's like it doesn't have really like end lag. It's very slow to come out, but it's actually pretty fast to just end.
And safe as well. Like has a lot of shield pushback, everything. It's a very good move. if you have the time to set it up.
Yeah.
Lakila now off stage. Geeni
He
goes with
needs
that
this
though.
kill now.
And there is the projectiles, and there's the
no.
connection with the X. Actually doesn't kill off the top because Snake is a heavy boy. Heavy reptile right there.
Oh, okay,
Slithering around, trying to
now we're
avoid.
at up tilt percentages.
And you can see them coming out as well. Nice air dodge, but
There
it
we
is
go.
the trap from Lakila, of course, getting that forward tilt and getting the stock.
It's still very scary situation for Lakila because you're still pretty much at up tilt. As you can
What a
see,
catch.
up tilt percentages.
And playing some kind of baseball right here, just catching that with the up tilt. Catching it with a leg too. That's a little bit of an interesting move for sure, but it's working out. But look at the damage
this
just
is like-
climbing right now
oh.
for Lakila. Gets the forward smash as well as Geeni is trying to escape that holy water right there. Gets out of it. Not gonna
Geeni seems to
fall
be
for
a
it.
bit like unfamiliar with
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Seems-
How he's very familiar with like other Ranger zoner matches, but I don't think he's played this one that much.
To be fair, that's a lot of stuff happening on screen right now.
True.
Lots of projectiles flying around the place. And it's sometimes it can be very hard to keep track of. There's the whole cross coming back to interrupt the grab, but it's going to be the forward who's just slapping that Simon out of there and getting the first game. But it was still very much closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, especially like how the last stock situation started.
Yeah.
The way it ended was completely different than what you would have thought about.
It was like almost 100% lead there at a time for Geeni, but it was a nice little comeback attempt there from Lakila. Couldn't quite close it out, but do you think he's going to stick with the Simon?
I kind of think he will. I kind of would want him to not.
Because what do we have Steve?
We
I
have
know that
Steve, we have
Lakila
Steve.
also played Snake at the very start
Yeah.
of Ultimate. He told me so earlier because they were actually discussing playing Snake
Yeah,
details.
yeah, but I don't think. Yeah, it seems to be like it's going with the Steve.
All right.
Because
Yeah,
sure,
back to
that
comfort.
seemed to work, but it didn't work like as well as you'd think for that kind of a pick. You know, if you pick like your secondary, you'd kind of want to get the surprise factor and then take one match for that. But since you didn't do it, just go back to the bread and butter.
I guess you have that. They have that one game in a best of 5, right? So Lakila trying it out. Maybe it worked. It was pretty close, but now I don't think you're right. He's not going to take that risk anymore. He's going to go to the block man right here, trying to get a little bit more of a more defensive game going on against Geeni here, and especially with the walls, you can actually block grenades very effectively.
Yeah. You do need to have like 2 blocks because as you've seen, Geeni can just throw over 1 block, so you need to have 2 if you want to have proper protection.
You can also do the high throw, as we've seen right there from Geeni. You can throw over, but that's a very high arc, so you have a lot of time to react to that.
Yeah.
Now that's a combo opportunity, but actually not fast enough. But there is the up tilt. That's going to be 50% something. Yep, 56 off of that. And that's not even the optimal combo.
Yeah, you could have gotten more, but again, it's just that, are you ready for it? Because those come like, you just have to react immediately to it.
It's that, and you have to be frame perfect because Snake Grenade is frame 1, and you can like just pull it out, right? So if you're not perfect, then Lakila is just going to take the perfect stuff and then take what he can get without trading any unnecessary damage, because Snake is definitely living longer than the Steve is.
Yeah, and this is kind of why I wanted him to play Steve. You can just go, that
my
was
lord.
rather poor DI. But
So that was a mix of diamond back air being busted and very bad DI.
Yep. But as I was saying, this is not what I don't want. You have to go to the other side of the stage and farm, my friend. Don't go close quarters. He has an up tilt.
I think he tried.
Yeah, but because even though Snake has really good like projectiles long range, they're very slow when you're like full distance. You can react to the grenades. You can definitely react to the Nikita. It's like you can just farm easily and then just, okay, you lob the grenade. I don't care. I'm going to farm some more.
Yeah, very important right now for... what is this? For Lakila is that the gold is back in the hands of the Lakila. There is the combo coming down with the diamond, but Geeni gets it interrupted and can't make it back with the air dodge, so it's going to lose a very early stock.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt a lot.
And that's going to hurt in more than one way, right? Because now Geeni is forced to approach a Steve, which that is hard to do. With Snake, no less. Yeah, so that is a hard thing to do. He still has like 4:30 on the clock, so they could play it out quite slowly. I think this is what Geeni is trying to approach it like here, because if you run in unprepared against the Steve, you're just going to eat unnecessary damage.
Yeah, especially with Snake. Snake has very good close quarters buttons, but they're for like the scramble situations. They're not for getting in. Sure, you could like randomly dash attack and hope for the best, but
I guess, yeah, but we haven't really seen many dash attacks at all from Geeni, like in general in this particular set right here against Lakila. which might have to do something with the characters as well, of course. Nice combo to the up tilt, so getting some good damage, 77 into the up air as well. That almost killed, by the way, on Town and City. And there's the up tilt, and that does actually kill, using the rage on the Snake as well. So at 87, that's not too bad. You know, Snake, he can live to 150 easily.
Yeah, Snake is heavy. Like, unless you get hit by like a random diamond forward smash, but that's on you if that happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a very good tool because forward smash on diamond is actually really good. But it is definitely like avoidable if you play it correctly. And if we know Geeni definitely can do it, it's gonna pop up, and that's gonna be the spike coming through.
Why that feeling of helplessness when like you mash for your life and then like, yes, I popped out, but then for like a second I can't do anything. Oh no!
It's actually like 60 frames or something. It's like a whole second where you can't do anything, and that's enough time even for the slower Steve to just catch up, get the spike. There is some opportunity to do timing mix-ups sometimes, but Steve can just wait and react because there's so much time.
That situation is so much in his advantage.
Yeah.
Like, even if you wait, it's like, okay, then you'll just drop down further.
Well, let's see how Geeni reacts to the Steve now. Maybe warming up to the Steve right now, you know? It's a little bit of a different game to play, for sure.
Yeah, because with the Belmonts, you have, like, we talked about, you have the Chaos because they're throwing projectiles also. And they're not, because Geeni is very familiar with, like, Snake Ditto, so he'd be able to react to those. But when it's, like, a character you don't see almost ever, and they just chuck their projectiles, it's going to be so much more harder to, like, handle.
Yeah, so it's really just a very different approach to this particular matchup, which Geeni, of course, has to get used to with the characters, which has now had a one-game time to do so. Just barely lost it, and now let's see how he can, you know, approach this from a neutral standpoint, because so far looking pretty good. 74% unanswered here from Lakila, just taking his time, getting some resources in there, you know, some good wood, a little bit of iron there as well, even a gold ingot here for the Steve. It's gonna really help with the mobility to escape the Snake as soon as he gets close.
Yeah, and we are about to approach the diamond threshold also, and that's just when Steve becomes so much scarier. And there we go. Are we going to use it immediately? No.
No, I think Lakila's going to hold on to it. He's going to save it for the next stock.
Because another up tilt will more than likely kill.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to commit for it. Would be a bad decision. I just call it like that, you know. Just call it what it is. But,
okay,
I mean, even the Iron Tool's doing some good work right now for the Steve player right now. That's the second diamond. He could use it right now. I think he did already. We see the diamond axe right now in the hands of Lakila, knowing that he was very close to the second diamond, so could just use it. And there's opportunity, and there it is. That was worth it across the whole stage with that diamond, so it just slaps him out.
Home run indeed.
Oh my lord.
And now we're gonna get some nice extra damage. We do have the gold, we do have the iron, we have pretty much full materials. So even if you lose the stock almost immediately, you're still like, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, Lakila handling the Nikita very well as well, using the hitbox on the minecart to disable the Nikita and then just press the eject button, get out of there, you know, before the hitbox comes back, and just look at these confirms into the forward smash as well. And even the grenade from Geeni kind of screwing him up as well on the stage. Lakila is just not dying right now. It's just holding on to that one star.
No.
Oh, what a high grab there as well. Geeni trying to approach that Steve on those blocks, but getting grabbed for it.
Okay, that was such a Lakila move. Just standing around waiting and then like forward smash. I don't care.
Oh, grenade saving Geeni right there. Was about to be up smashed, but there is it. No, actually, Lakila not committing anything. Just going to stay safe on stage.
He could have just gone there.
I think he could have, but he's still taking his time. 188 right now on the Steve.
Lakila should not. Okay, there we go. But he should not leave that long. Especially in this situation, because now it's, he has another brand new diamond, and you're at death percentages.
Have fun. We talked about it though, because, you know, while it's another one. It's just, you can just really throw out these moves. Especially the forward smash is just so safe to throw out. It's barely punishable. You can do it, but it is really hard. You have to be right next to the Steve if you want to do that. You know, Snake, he has the down outer shield. It is very fast. Yeah. But yeah, you have to stand right next to the Steve, and that is something that does not really happen often, especially with the expert defensive play that we see from Lakila right now. And the disadvantage, of course, as we've seen, living for so long as well, you know, enhanced by the blocks as well. You can just stand there off stage, and Geeni can't really challenge that.
Yeah, because, again, Snake is very good at just like annoying characters from a distance. Throw those grenades, make them think, make them react to them. But when you have to approach, Lakila can just like sit down. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm fine here.
Right, off stage once again, but again, a little bit greedy with that recovery. Is going to get forward smashed for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we saw once again Lakila not committing for the off stage, even though he had him in the minecart. Instead, taking his time just to get the diamond tool started and immediately converts into the forward smash.
Yeah, he just got the brand new diamond again and just like, hey, I'm a forward smash.
Yeah. Gets that extra bonus, you know, first hit with the diamond sword. That's not a thing, but you know.
Can you imagine, like, the first hit would be stronger?
Oh, please no. That would be the cherry on top, and we don't need that with Steve.
Yeah, he already has his cherry.
He has enough.
Yeah, but that's very much the truth. Like, in those situations, especially when you're so much in a commanding lead, why would you even risk it? Because it's still, I mean, of course, when Snake is using up B, it's not really a big of a risk, but there's still always the possibility of you screwing up for edge guard or something. Just wait around and...
Yeah, just play the trapping game, you know?
Yeah.
As we are getting right back into the fourth game right here, so this is Geeni's last chance to keep himself alive in the winner's quarters. Of course, has to play another one after that, if he manages to do so, so it's not out of the woods even if he wins this. But once again, a good start. Had a good start last time as well. But the last time it has been mostly through projectiles. This time we see a little bit of an aggressive Geeni, and it's working out so far. Really not giving Lakila any time to do anything. 104% unanswered right now on the Steve. Has all the resources he has, but Nikita chasing the minecart across the whole stage. There it is once again, just catching him. And that is the opportunity for some good damage, but Lakila dropping the combo early.
60% though, that's still... It's some damage, but at this point, it's not that... Oh, okay, do we get the... Oh, I think he might have actually gotten it if he went for the up air, but the up tilt is...
Just so good.
That is such a good move.
Yeah, that's a DLC move right there.
Yeah,
for
that's...
Sure.
And I think it's like, it used to be like the hitbox, I think it was even better in Brawl.
Yeah, Brawl, the hitbox was even more ridiculous. This time around it is a nerfed up tilt, so that should tell you how good that booth was in the past, but we're living in the here and now, right now, and right now he's getting caught in the mic, and that's the spike coming through right now. That's the bread and butter once again from Lakila. He's hitting so many minecarts on Geeni because, of course, pulling out this grenade, it takes time. It locks you in stun, right? It locks you in lag. So... the minecart then coming through, especially with the gold, getting that extra speed done as well.
Yeah,
it's really hard for it's really hard for Geeni to set up anything.
Yeah, because you kind of always have to keep that in mind. You always kind of have to respect. But if you start respecting it too much, it's like, well, you're not going to do anything.
Yeah, and then he's just going to get to farm, and you can see how much resources Lakila has right now. It doesn't really need to farm anything at the moment. Can just go at Geeni right now, but of course he has to play it careful as well, because if you go too ham, Geeni can just outbox him.
Oh, that was actually a very good tech. That might have really insane.
Steve players are ready for that.
Yeah, they are. They are. Oh, the TNT! I think TNT actually saved.
That saved him. That saved him for sure. Like he was dead towards the side right there. He's still dead. But with the high ceiling, he actually survived that with the change on the launch angle. But still, it still loses his stock right there.
Only delayed the inevitable.
But at 101%, like one good up tilt could do it here for Geeni, especially on the platform trying to connect that right now. The up air is barely missing right there. A few pixels away from that one. And he's finding the C4 though.
Yep.
Just hit it below the crafting table.
I know
actually.
you want to go there, so I'm a booby trap it.
Yeah, it's so good actually. Okay, it's the mind games, you know.
We don't have diamond yet, but we are very close to it with this amount of farming done.
For sure. So
51% isn't that much, but if you kind of give Lakila the opportunity to just farm everything, that damage potential is just going to skyrocket with this diamond, and now it's online.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got the diamond. He ate it down tilt for, but that is well worth for Lakila right here. There it is. They traded with the nade. Actually, so good for Geeni, and with the nade throwing it directly at the minecart. That seems to be a very good answer to it.
Yeah, because it stops it immediately, because it is a physical projectile, so they just clank.
Ooh. Dangerous there,
like that shield is looking a bit tiny.
Yeah, it's not only that, but also the diamond back catches so much damage, and even a snake at 72 is in very high danger of dying to that at the ledge. So Geeni playing that slow now. Nice, nice spot dodge as well.
Nice, that was so important.
He had to parry it.
Yeah, that would have been a broken shield or either a very strong shield poke hit. We do have the C4 laid down on the right side with a grenade. Lakila, okay, he blew up.
The up tilts are coming. They're waiting for you, Lakila.
Yeah, just come here. I have a boat, but there we go. Nikita not going to take it yet, but another one.
Second one,
Lakila,
second one.
He's stalling. He was stalling for time. That was actually pretty good.
All right, gives it up the Nikita right now. Lakila trying to make
Again
his
with
way
the
back
cards.
to stage. Actually managed to do so. Is now on the ground, but there it is in the air once again. It's
He's
coming
okay,
through.
he managed to
drops
avoid.
it early, gets the hitbox actually to reactivate, gets the damage on Lakila, and now it's really one hit from the Snake. But the same goes for the Steve, of course. Mr.
Especially
Diamonds.
with the
Ooh.
diamond
Oh,
and the
no.
forward smash!
Oh, it connects. It connects, and this means that Geeni is going to fall into losers, and Lakila is going to fight Fefre in winner's semis.
That was actually very good final choice. He kind of juked. He dashed a bit to the right and then immediately swung to the left.
Just this very classic dashback forward smash.
Yeah.
And it's especially good at Steve, of course, because while your dash isn't that far, you don't really have that much range on the forward smash either, and it is very quick.
Yeah.
I think the initial dash from Steve is like really good. You don't really get much speed like in general. Like his max speed is quite low, but his initial dash, like the acceleration, is really high. So you can get that dash into the very quick forward smash.
Yeah, you get that good amount of range because as we already talked about, yeah, you can punish the forward smash if you're very close, but if you do it from like a dash back, you're more than likely, you're not going to be immediately close. It gets so harder to punish in those situations.
Yeah. And with that, Geeni is dropping down into a losers round 3. I believe. No, that's losers round 2 actually.
Yeah.
We already see some